Hey y'all, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Tiffany. This is our small town life. I have some things set out on the counter over here that we're going to work on together today. I have some garlic and some raw honey. We're going to put that together and start the fermenting process. Why would I do that? Why would I put garlic and honey and put it in my pantry for a few weeks? Well, I am in the prepping stage for what will be cold and flu season. It's so much better to prepare now than wait until you're sick, because a lot of natural remedies take some time, like this fermenting process. So what we're going to be doing is taking some cloves of garlic, breaking them open, giving them a good crush, putting them in a jar and covering them with raw honey. Garlic should be in everyone's kitchen. It is a strong antibacterial. This right here needs to be in everyone's kitchen. If you're growing your own, fantastic. You should be. Garlic is pretty easy to grow. We grow our own garlic around here, but you can also get good organic garlic from the store. Now, as far as the honey, you want to make sure that it's raw honey, because pasteurized honey is going to have all of those good bacteria killed off, and it's not going to actually ferment for you. Good raw honey is an antibacterial, an antifungal, strong in antioxidants. So that's another one of those things that you should definitely have in your pantry. You can also do this with onion. Now, I've never done it with onion. You could just do onion. You could mix onion and garlic, but onion is another very good pantry staple item to have. Y'all, when my kids get earaches, I'll take a little piece of onion and stick it in their ear, and within a matter of 30 minutes or so, they feel so much better. Those earaches seem to want to happen at night and they can't get any rest. Put that piece of onion big enough that it doesn't go down in their ear, that you can just kind of hold it inside their ear, and they're back to sleep and comfortable. So onion, garlic, and honey, you need to have them. Today we're using garlic, raw honey, and a jar. That's all we need to get this started. All right, come on over to the cutting board and let's start working on this, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about what we're doing. I have a clean pint jar, and we're going to fill this about halfway with garlic. I'm just giving the garlic a good crush and peeling the outside off so that those juices get flowing, and dropping those in my jar. This garlic that I'm using today is organic store-bought garlic. I've been going through the garlic that we harvested from our own garden and trying to decide how much of it I want to save to replant for next year, because I want to plant significantly more for harvesting next year, because I love garlic that much. We use it a lot, and it's such a good, strong, natural medicine that I want to make sure we plant significantly more of it. And we're getting ready to start planting. End of September, we plant and let it overwinter to grow through the spring and then harvest next summer. So we've been evaluating how much of that we want to plant. So I went ahead and bought this garlic at the store. These cloves are a lot smaller than our homegrown garlic cloves. So it took me a little time to get this jar halfway full. Now that I have my garlic in my jar, I'm going to completely cover this with honey. Now, if you can get local honey, that is better. Today, all I have is this raw honey that I purchased from the store. You want to make sure that it's raw and that raw honey is the only ingredient. And if you can get local, that's even better. I'm going to use the end of a wooden spoon and kind of work the honey into the garlic a little bit. Go ahead and put our lid on. I'm just reusing a canning lid. I don't need this to seal. Your garlic will float in the honey, especially early on. That's fine. You just want to make sure that every now and then you flip your jar upside down. Let that garlic get good and coated. And the honey, again, you do not have to leave it stored upside down. Just flip it over and let it get good and coated. And then you can flip it back over. And once a day for at least the first couple of weeks, once it really starts going, you're going to want to come in, burp your jar. That just lets some of the gas out. And then close it back up. Some people will take a wooden spoon and stir the garlic around. I would say to avoid introducing that much oxygen and instead do the trick I showed you where you just flip it over. You're going to store this beautiful concoction in your pantry. I would suggest having it somewhere that you'll see it, and remember to burp it and flip it every now and then. Don't put it in the refrigerator. The cooler temperatures of the refrigerator will pretty much halt the fermentation process. So keep it at room temperature. And after about 6 weeks, it will be ready to start using. The longer it sits, the better. As far as an expiration date, it just depends. Just keep an eye on it. This stuff should stay good for a really, really long time. Chances are you will go through this long before you would ever have to worry about an expiration date. I mentioned that this stuff is good for cold and flu symptoms, boosting your immunity. I mentioned that this stuff is good for cold and flu season and for boosting your immunity to avoid sickness. It's also good for a lot of other things, aiding in digestion, skin health, reducing inflammation. It's a powerhouse of nutrition, y'all. This clip that I'm inserting right here is from a couple of days later because I wanted to show you that the honey will start to get loose and runny. When you open it, you'll notice a popping sound. That's just the gas releasing. You'll also start to notice bubbles because that's part of the fermenting process. You can use this in a lot of different ways. You can grab a garlic clove out of here from time to time and eat it. This fermenting process actually gives the garlic a milder flavor. You can drizzle some of the honey over salads or over chicken, or just take a spoonful of it. Something else that I wanted to add in right here is that during the fermenting process, you may notice a blue tint to your garlic, and that can be completely normal. If you see mold or something like that, by all means, get rid of it. But seeing your garlic turn a little bit of a blue-green shade isn't necessarily bad. So here you go, y'all. Beautiful garlic honey ready to start the fermenting process. I'm gonna go put this in my pantry. I love you. I appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see more content like this. We'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all. Can you sit it on the shelf? Thank you.